stage in over a year. It's been a year I've been on stage. Mike, thank you for that introduction, man. But listen, I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't have a college degree. Most of y'all look at me in this room and say, that guy is smart. He has college degrees. He's successful. That's a bunch of crap. I came from Brooklyn, East New York, the same streets that most of these people in this room came from. And I wanted to change my life, and I did it. Okay, here's the thing. People look at me and say, look, that guy's got a college degree, worked at PwC. All that good stuff does not mean anything if you have no drive. Right? I started this idea about 2 years ago. When I first started, I knew one thing. I trusted Michael. One thing I knew was this. If he was going to do it, I was going to jump on board. And if I was on the sideline looking at him, I was going to be that coulda, shoulda, woulda. And I didn't want to be that dude. Because I trusted him. I trusted him with my life, my family. And I'm telling you guys, you know, in the past 2 years, it's been an up and down roller coaster. It's been very, very tough. I wanted to quit tens of thousands, I'm not going to say that, hundreds of times I wanted to quit. And it just wasn't going fast enough, like Eric was saying. It just wasn't going fast enough. When I first got started, believe it or not, I passed up June in the first 4 months. Yeah? I mean, that's me up, right? See, I was the second one to hit 1010 in New York City. Because I was like that guy that John Henry called me. He says, what are you doing in New York City? I'm like, I don't know. It's 12 o'clock at night and I'm at work. At an accounting firm working 17 hours a day for someone else building their dreams. A millionaire called me at my job at 12:30 in the morning saying, I'm proud of you. I'm like, who is this dude? Because he saw my effort. But one thing I knew was that if that dude called me and he respected my passion and what I was doing in his business, this sky's the limit, guys. Sky's the limit. My job, they give me a pat on my back. Good job, babe. Good job. Can you work on the weekend? And I'm like, I have to. See, on my team right now, total, there's hundreds. But one thing I knew is that those who are going to quit, quit. Quitters quit every day, right, Jay? Quitters quit every day. That does not mean anything to me. If you quit on yourself, you quit on yourself. See, you will give up on you before I ever give up on you. I don't even care if you're on my team or not. We are a team. Team New York, what up? Yeah! That's one thing I do. See, I'm a complete yellow, but I ain't gonna cry today. I'm gonna turn it up today. It's gonna be red. Red Nation, Red Nation, what up? Yeah! 2 years ago when I first saw it, it just wasn't running fast for me. The past 5 weeks, we put in almost 130 sales on my team. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Last month, we put in about 75 sales. And the first week of February, we put in close to almost 40 sales on my team. That's called consistency, the power of compounded effort. You see, it wasn't running for me. It took me a year to hit senior rep in this business. A year. It took me another year to hit MD. And I'm close to that. Very close to that. It's going to happen any day now. I'm proud of it. I did not give up. I wanted to give up even when I had my BMW. When I was director, I wanted to give up. I called Mike and said, Mike, I want to give up. He goes, boy, let's slap in your face. I'm like, nah, man, this isn't for me. Because here's the thing, 1 ounce of doubt and you're out. Out. You got to have faith in this company, in yourself, and in the person that sponsors you and your team. If you don't, you won't get nowhere in this business. Belief in the industry, in the company, and in yourself is all that matters. You see, one thing I knew was this. It was going to happen with or without me. And if I did nothing, it was going to go on with or without me. I wanted to get on that wave like all y'all do. And y'all must be on a Saturday morning, right? Most of the people who wanted to be here are not here. They had excuses. Y'all have results. Y'all want it. Y'all want change, right? You see, y'all look at me like, wow, this guy's a powerful speaker. That's a bunch of crap. I grew up with a very, very bad stuttering problem all my life. It's a big deal to stand on the stage talking to you all. I'm going to tell you one thing that's important to me. I got passion. And people know on my team that I got passion. I'm going to be there every step of the way, regardless. You see, one thing I always know is this. They depend on me. They count on me. Team up, baby! Team up! I give up on all their dreams and all their hopes. Listen, I am not going to do that to them. God put this in my vehicle, on my hands, in my heart, in my pants.
Excited.
There you go, right?
Excited.
In the palm of my hands to share with people to change their life. You see, I'm very, very certain that he gave me this vehicle to overcome my stuttering problem. I don't see it now. What up? That's called passion. That's called determination. That's called drive. You see, one thing I always knew was this. If I always put God first, he will never let me finish last.
Amen.
Listen, man. Look, man.
Who is this?
At the beginning of the year, I told Mike, I was sick and tired of people passing me up. Friendly competition, right? I'm a yellow. I hate that. It's like, why can't we all just work together? Mike said, you need to man up, boy. Go to work. I'm like, okay. I guess I gotta go to work now. So I started going to work, and one thing I always did, I learned this from June. June told me, if you are yellow, your entire team is yellow. If you are red, your entire team is red. If you are a rainbow, your entire team is a rainbow. He said, if you're red. So I said, damn, I'm going to be red now. But here's the thing, I'm a chameleon. I lead with my heart, and I close on a red personality. They know the deal. See, everyone that shows up in my business, they know that I'm showing them this idea, and it's us, like you said, against them. It's us against them. See, one thing I heard from June was this. He said that I'm not going to go home until I sponsor one person. That was months ago when Jake started. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. You see, I have a job, working crazy hours of a job. And I'm building their dreams, right? I'm sick and tired of that. I've been for 6 years. I make very good money. Living off the west side now. Drive a nice car. That's my first car, y'all. My first car is a free MW. Really? They don't work? I implemented that thing in my business. I did not go home until I sponsored one person. And I told everyone on my team, I'm not going to go home until I put in one person today. I started that when I got back from California on January 1st. And it's been happening ever since. Every single day I don't go home. And there are days when I get home and I'm not fulfilled because I don't know if the person I showed to has their life changed. They know the deal. I sit in my car sometimes 2 hours when I get home. I told Michael that last night. We had an event in my house in the Bronx. We had a drop party. There's over 40 people in that room, about 25 guests. I told Michael after that day, listen, man, things are blowing up fast, man. What should I do? He says, do not take your foot off of the gas. You take that brake thing and you knock it out of the car and you put it in two gas pedals in there. He said, look, babe, I've never experienced this ever before in my entire organization until June and Jay started. And I said, what? I'm on to something good. You see, I put in that day, we showed about 25 people. One thing I knew was this. By the time I left, I did not care who signed up. I knew that for a fact. Every time I show this idea, their life is changed completely. They know that if they don't join, they made the biggest mistake they could ever do in their entire life. But one thing I always knew was this. If I did not change their life, who was? You see, y'all complain and say, you know what? It isn't running fast enough for me. Get up and do something about it. Stop complaining and stop whining. Winners don't whine. Quitters never win, and winners never quit. You see, one thing I started doing was this. I stopped looking at my binary. I stopped looking at the cancellations, at the graces. I was sick and tired of that, because we all do that. And we sit there like this. Oh my God, he's canceling. Like 30 cancels this week. Or 14 in grace. Let me call him up. Really? I can care less. That gets you discouraged. Focus on the inside and stop looking back in your rearview mirror. Look forward and positively look forward. Sponsor someone else and replace that person. Stop looking at your binary at those cancellations. They don't mean anything in the first place if they cancel. Once someone told me this. The ones that left just couldn't stay. And the ones that stayed just couldn't leave. So work with the ones that stay. So work with the ones that deserve your time, because, like you said, if you work with people that need you, your business will grow very, very slow. I started looking for my team, and I started tap rooting in my team, and I said, you know what? I want to see who deserves my time, who's close to the next rank, and I started doing that. And I started working with people on my team now. They are blowing it up. You see, You got to push people. You got to see it for them before they ever see it for themselves. You got to believe in them. You got to every single day. And Eric, this is what I heard from you. He said that the character of you, the one, that right there stood out to me because every single time on my team, I tell every person on my team, you're the one, Jay. You're the one. You're the one. I believe in you. I believe in you. Because you realize that they have people in their family and their friends that don't believe in them. That are dream stealers every day of their lives. If I can tell them I believe in them, they can trust in me. I'm not going anywhere. They put their faith into me, and guess what happens? I deliver. I turn it up. My teammates call me and they say, damn, Vic, why are you so excited? It could be 3 a.m. in the morning. I got a phone call. I'm like, what up? What's going on? That's crazy. What's up? Yo, Vic, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. You don't sleep? I don't sleep because you know what? My life is being changed right before my eyes, so I'm going to get excited. Why not? Do you see why I'm so passionate about this? Do you see why I'm so excited about this? You see, this right here was my goal, my dream 5 years ago. To stand in front of a stage, a dude who had a stuttering problem, to stand in front of a stage and inspire people all over the world. And I promised you it was going to happen. You see, one thing is for certain. I'm not here to motivate you. I cannot motivate you. I don't care if I inspire you. I don't care if I encourage you. Inspiration is nothing if I don't put you to action. I want to get you into action. Go out there and do something about it. Activity means nothing if it's not productivity. Too many of y'all on Instagram, on Facebook, and are watching other people live their dreams. Get up and start building your own dreams. Jay's R&D because he worked at it. Mike's R&D because he worked at it. Build your dreams. What are you waiting for? I'm getting fired up. You gotta be that person on your team that when everyone else has down and outs, they can rely on you. They can count on you every single day. I'm that no problem guy. Travel party, Vic? No problem. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but you know what? The how does not matter. Why? Because my why is strong enough. My why is my mom. See, it hurts to talk about it. It hurts to talk about my why. I ain't even gonna go there. I ain't even gonna go there. Straight up. You see, my brother right now, he's in the audience right now, Jake. He saw it last year, did nothing for a year. But one thing I knew was this. He was going to watch me do it, or we were going to do it together. January, he came to Momentum. Him and I had a heart-to-heart at Momentum. And he said, Vic, thank you so much. You changed my life. This is what I needed. And that was all I needed to hear from my brother. Today, we are united, and we will blow this sucker up. Love you, Jay. So, number one, you got to stop looking at your binary, stop looking at the cancellations. They don't mean anything to you. Focus in the future and stop looking in the rearview past, because that does not matter in the first place. You got to lead with your heart. You got to lead with integrity and do what you say you're going to do as a leader. Excuse me, I'm not a leader. We are all leaders in this room. If you sponsor one person on your team, you are a leader. Act like it. Be that person that everyone on your team and people from other teams can come to for help. Because here's what happens. You stand apart from the rest. They start to believe in you more. You see, I tell everyone, I don't care who you are. You could be in the Jersey team. I don't care. I'll help you. Because you know what? At the end of the day, He is always watching. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Man, this is crazy. Look, guys, I mean, I'm excited about this. You know, someone on my team once told me, Vic, I don't know where I would be if you did not show me this idea a year and a half ago. You changed my life. I was almost about to take my life. Do you hear that? I just changed someone from taking their life away. You don't think that right there impacted me to go out there and turn it up? You don't think so? Listen, y'all got something so good on your hands, do not pass it up. You got to go out there and you got to work. 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 And it's going to hurt. I'm telling you, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. There's going to be people out there who tell you you can't do it. People that you love. People that you rely on. People that you look up to that tell you you cannot do this. So what? Are they making 25 grand in this business? No, they're not. So what? Thank you. Cancel. I'm about to get yellow on now.
Nah, you red right now, boy.
Alright, so just to finish off for y'all so y'all understand this. Look, most of you right now are very, very comfortable. And until you're uncomfortable with being comfortable, you will never see change. You've got to get out of your comfort zone. 2 keys to having a successful life. Number 1, find your comfort zone, wherever it's at. Number 2, stay as far away as possible as you can from that comfort zone. It will destroy you, your hopes, and your dreams. That's why I get home. I work 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. That's not an excuse for me. I sit in my car and I go home. I change. And I go back outside. And I go to work. I come home 12, 1, 3 o'clock in the morning and I sit in my car for an hour. Because my home is a comfort zone. And I cannot be there. Because why? I get lazy. So I sit in my car. That's my office. I sat in my car on Thursday night with Michael. We had dinner at 12 o'clock. And I sat in my car for 2.5 hours in my car. 2.5 hours reaching out to everyone on my team. I'm proud of you. I love you. This is it. This is our year. Calling each and every one of them. Telling them how much I appreciate their efforts. They need that. They need that support from you. Because when they want to give up, they're going to always remember that conversation that you have with them. Telling them, don't give up. And keep going. And turn it up. Because it's going to work out. I text and I call everyone on my team. All the time. You see, when I'm driving, I drive in silence now. Because I think about the trial party. And I think about, Vic, that was good. How can you improve? How can you improve? That was great. And I'm always envisioning the future. I'm always envisioning where I'm going, not where I'm at. The present means nothing if I'm going somewhere in the future. Stop looking at your past and having your past piss on you. Let it piss you off. I sat in my car for 2.5 hours and I called everyone on my team, the leaders of my team, and I said, listen, I'm proud of you. 2.5 hours on my team. It was at 3:30 in the morning that night. I got out of my car and I told all of them I loved them and all that good stuff. But one thing that stood out to me was I was fulfilled. At the end of the day, I did what I had to do, and that was all I was willing to do. At that point, I can go home and I can put my head on that pillow and rest, knowing that my job was done for the day. You see, every waking day that you go by, if you do nothing about this business, it is going to be harder for you to ever do something. Every person that you show this idea, you can touch lives that I can't. Jay, it's the same reason. He can touch lives that I can't. And if you never show anyone, they will never know. They need this more than anything. And this is the right time. This is it. This is it. I got to realize that. You see, I am just a testimony that it works. They are a testimony that it works. Eric, Mike, June, it works. Consistency over time pays off. You've got to want it more. Momentum is upon us, y'all. It starts now and it starts with you. I'm telling you, you got to start today. Don't go home today and go home and then put on that television. Because everything you learn today is going to go out the window. Out the window. Get up off of your ASS and go to work.
Yeah.
And stop letting other people tell you what you cannot and can't do. Do it. Don't be about it. Do it. Don't talk about it. What? Be about it, right? See, so many people talk about this. Oh, I want it. Oh, I want it. You ain't show me nothing. Show me. Show me something. And I'm going to go to you. Show me something and I'm going to go to you. You got to want it as bad as you want to breathe, like E.T. says. If you don't want to ask as you want to breathe, you will never do anything in this business. You understand that? You understand that I exude confidence, I exude passion, I exude heart when I speak, because this right here has changed my life. It's changing my life and everyone in this room. You guys got to get that. Momentum. It's upon us in New York. I'm telling you, there's thousands of us. There was only 5 of us 2 years ago. Now there are thousands of us. Thousands. 2 years from now, it's going to be too late for those who said no. Show them now. I am just a testimony. You see, I know for a fact this year I'm going to hit IMD. That's my goal. Straight up. That's my goal. What did it for me is the last thing I did for me was this. Matt Morris said, you got to burn the effing bridge. You see, as an accountant, I make good salary, but one thing I knew was that I was comfortable. I had a decent living, and I knew that I was going back to work every single day because I had a security platform. I had to pay my bills. I gave him my notice at my job on January 16th, and I told him I'm done. That's it. They were like, what? That is my security platform. I have no money. It's this or nothing. You've got to burn the bridge. Do it. If you want it, then do it. Stop talking about it and do it. You have a job? Cool. Do it part-time. Make this your part-time, full-time thing until it meets your salary. Do it. And stop complaining about it and do it. And work. And when you're tired, work. And when you want to go home, work. And when you want to give up, you work. And when you want to complain, you work. And when you want to brag about it, you brag about it. Because you work. And always follow with your heart. Always lead with your heart and your mindset. Because at the end of the day, when you want to give up, think about my story on stage, think about his, and everyone in this front row's story, and think about it like, you know what? If they can do it, I can do it. I love you guys. Let's get it.
You just ripped our faces off right there. Whoa. This is starting to make sense now. Wow, these numbers are coming in up here. Wow, that was spectacular. Really good. Alright, question and answer. We're going to move quick here. This side of the room, we're going to have Wendy in charge of this side of the room. So if you have a question, we want you to get her attention. Now, she is a marketing director, so she knows if your question is a good question or a bad question. Okay, so here's the questions we don't want, just so you know. When are they going to open Kazakhstan? I know we all have a sister's cousin who has a brother-in-law who had a niece that used to live there, okay? I don't know, okay? I am a rep just like you're a rep. I know nothing about that type of stuff, so I'm looking for business-building questions. This segment right here can change your business. This is what I believe. I believe most people that are actually working the business like he just talked about, and it's not